I'm Cami Davis and I'm passionate about art. I'm a mixed media artist as well as the creator of Edgy Art Events. I also host Art on the Airwaves, which is a live radio show as well as a live webcast on YouTube. Sign up for my newsletter at camidavis.com and follow me for tips on how to become a successful artist and entrepreneur. This video is about overcoming challenges for artists and entrepreneurs, and there are 3 challenges that we're going to talk about. The first one is procrastination. The second one is life events such as a lack of time and lack of money. And then the third one is, how do you get your name out there? So let's start with the first one, which is procrastination. I think so many people do end up procrastinating and not getting things done. And this is what I've learned. My example is press releases. When I first started as an artist, I had my first exhibit. I was all excited and I wanted to send out a press release. Well, I got really overwhelmed with the steps of sending out a press release. I'd never done it before. I didn't know who to ask. I Googled it online and I got overwhelmed and I ended up not sending it off. So my tip is to simply jump in. The second time I had an exhibit, I just jumped in, I wrote it, and I sent it off to the local papers, TV stations, radio stations, etc. And it did get in the local paper. And the point of that is just jump in and do it, even if it's not perfect. At least you have something to send off and you accomplish your goal. The second challenge is life events, and the 2 examples that I'm going to give are lack of money and short on time. If money is your issue, there's so many creative solutions that you can come up with to solve this challenge. And that's the biggest thing is rather than making excuses, is always look for the solution. You're a creative person, you can find a solution to anything. The example I'm going to give is one of my daughters, my middle daughter, Kaylee. She's a photographer and she was putting her prints into a local store for the first time, and this was fairly recently. And she called me and her question was, "Mom, how do I redo frames?" And I'm like, what do you mean exactly? Well, this inventive kid had gone down to the local Goodwill and had picked up a bunch of cute frames, or cute as far as what she could visualize in her mind, and she came home and she repainted them and refinished them and made them match the prints. Like, she did each of them differently to go with the prints that she was hanging, and I thought that was such a creative solution to lack of money. Another thing, if you are lacking money, is to look for your art supplies used. You can often find them at Goodwills, garage sales, on Craigslist. You can barter and trade. You can come up with a creative solution to this challenge. Lack of time is another one many of us face. I think that if you want something bad enough, you're going to find the time. And it's not just waiting until it pops into your lap, ooh, I have 10 minutes here. It is sitting down, putting out your schedule for the day, and actively penciling in time that you are going to paint. Whether that means you take your supplies to your office job and you paint on your lunch hour, or you schedule a day where you just paint, like Sunday. But you schedule in the time for your art, and if it's important to you, you will make it happen. And then the last one we're going to talk about is getting your name out there. One of the most important things for every artist and small business owner is to get people to hear about you so that they want to come and purchase your product. Well, how do you do that? I think it's a simple solution, which is it's kind of all-encompassing. And by that I mean that you take every opportunity that you have and you take it as far as you can. And you don't just wait for opportunities to jump into your lap. You actively search them out. When I first started hanging my art, I exhibited in local coffee shops and restaurants. So what I would do is I wouldn't just hang up my art, hang up my price tag, and walk away hoping that they would sell. Is I would take that opportunity and I would do everything with it that I could. Say I hung in a local coffee shop for 1 month. Well, I would name the exhibit, I would create an artist reception for it, I would find a local musician to play, find a local vineyard to pour the wine, or go and purchase a few bottles of wine yourself. That's not very expensive. Bring some munchies, and that can be cheap as well. You don't have to go overboard, but you just want to create an event. And then you take that event and you promote it in every way possible that you can think of. Some examples are creating flyers and hanging them up everywhere, posting them online. Make sure you send out press releases. Do everything you can to promote that event. You might not see the results at first, but the more that you do this, the more people are going to hear your name. And I remember the first time I was out in public after, having a few events, and someone, introduced me, and the person said, "Cami Davis, I saw your name in the paper last week." People start remembering your name as you create these opportunities for yourself. If you're listening and you're a small business owner, you can take a new product that you have coming into your store and you can create an event out of it. Have a great opening for this product. Have the person that made it or somebody relevant to it show up. You can have music on the sidewalk to help generate more interest. You can send out press releases. Find opportunities and make the most of them. Take them as far as you can. So those are my tips for overcoming challenges for artists and entrepreneurs. My next video is going to be about marketing and promoting yourself as an artist and entrepreneur. So click on my link on the bottom of the screen, go to CamiDavis.com and sign up for my newsletter, and you will be notified when the next video comes out.